All right. Hello, everyone. Stacy Jordan from Red Sleigh Workshop. Welcome to Slay the Season Live. Tonight, we have a very special guest, Michael Carey. He has a couple of different businesses, so we're going to talk about all of those when we get to him introductions. But if you don't know me yet, I'm Stacy Jordan. I am the CEO and founder of Red Sleigh Workshop. What Red Sleigh Workshop does is we help residential Christmas lighting companies move from residential to commercial. Or if you're already in a commercial Christmas company, moving to either higher level commercial projects or getting through your processes and systems. I'm here to help you in all of those ways. At Red Slate Workshop, we're here to help you just get to that next level. And if you're looking for become a luxury designer in Christmas, like we're here to help you with that too. Um, it's me and Patrick Russell. He's here as well. He is the executive vice president of Red Slate Workshop. So if you don't know him, you need to know him, and I'm going to let him introduce himself. So here we go.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Patrick Russell, co-founder and executive vice president of Red Sleigh Workshop. Yeah, excited to have Mike on here. Gotten to know him over the last year, and then when he came out with the SPT Wire Caddy, it was like, whoa, this is super awesome. And I think the results of how many people are buying it up and wanting one are really a testament to what a great product he's created. So excited to talk about that. I know he's got the Christmas Light Academy, so we'll get into that a little bit. But yeah, Red Sleigh Workshop, I do all of our logistics, most of our business side of things. Stacy is the brains of the operation. That's why she owns 51% of the company.
So
And
wait, guess what? The
what
live was down. Now we're just back on live. It
are
just
we?
came on. So I'm going to
Oh,
start over. So, hey, everybody. I'm Stacy from Red Sleigh Workshop. If you're just joining us, welcome to Slay the Season Live. We're here with Michael Carey, and he has a few companies. And so we'll go over that when we get to him. But we also are, if you don't know about me, my name is Stacy Jordan. I'm the CEO and founder of Red Sleigh Workshop. What we do at Red Sleigh Workshop is we help residential Christmas light installers move to the commercial space in Christmas lighting. So that means everything from what you're doing for your proposals, how you're designing your projects, talking to your customers, like anything you need from A to Z, we're here to help you. We have in-person classes, one-on-one consultations, all kinds of ways to work with us. And I handle a lot of the sales and the marketing, and then Patrick is Mr. Logistics and very helpful with operations. He's also the executive vice president. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Patrick to introduce himself.
like deja vu all over again. Hi, I'm Patrick Russell, the executive vice president and co-founder of Red Sleigh Workshop. Like Stacy said, I do a lot of the logistics. Um, And I'm really excited to talk to Michael Carey and his new product that he came out with that is just taking over. Installers are really excited about it. And yeah, also he has the Christmas Light Academy. So such a great product for anybody for teaching new employees, getting your processes, which is a huge thing in our industry. Not a lot of people have their processes together. So yeah, Michael, glad to have you here and tell us about you.
Yeah, well, first off, shout out to Red Sleigh Workshop. Thanks for having me on again. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So my name is Michael Carey. I created the SPT Wire Caddy. I also created the Christmas Light Academy, which is basically an employee onboarding system, and that's pretty much it. All I do is Christmas lights, and it's a great time.
Yeah, so what made you think about the SBT Wirecaddy? I mean, it's like, the hottest thing right now. People are talking, everybody's talking about it. We've gone to trade shows where you're not even there, but other vendors are, showcasing it for you because people want to see it. So, like, how did that whole process come about where why did you come up with it and tell us a little about it?
Um, so the SPT Caddy came about, actually a couple years ago. I've just gotten to the point where I'm like confident in releasing it and actually bringing it to the market. Um, it's probably been in the making for 2 or 3 seasons now, at least. I want to say it's about 3 seasons. I got all the old versions in the garage on the shelf for display, to document the journey.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's been great though. It's been a great product, and yeah.
Yeah. So you were out there slinging Christmas lights, doing all that stuff, and you were, you know. we've all done it. We've all carried around those spools, or you know, make just needs something more organized to have our female and male ends and all the connectors. So I mean, was there a moment where you were on a roof, or you were just like, I need to do something about this and make this easier?
I mean, I've had a wooden one at like literally since our very first season. Like our very first season, I made one. It only held the spool of wire. And then the second season, I was like, damn, I need one that holds the wire and the plugs. And then the third season, I was like, all right, well, now I need one that holds a 500-foot spool instead of just these little spools because I'm burning spools way too fast. And then, it's been a whole journey of getting this thing to where it's at today. This wasn't like a quick idea. Like, funny story, I want to say 2 seasons back, it was Christmas time. It was like the end of the season. I'm sitting around the Christmas tree with my wife and my kids, and they already know like this whole vision that I had for the wire caddy. And I bought like foam from freaking Walmart, and I had my hot glue gun, and my wife and my kids are all helping me build this little foam mock-up caddy. And it's just been a journey, man. So that was one of my prime memories that I have of like a couple years back, really just trying to get that idea to life. I think the biggest game changer is like I'm huge into ChatGPT. Anybody that knows me, I'm just always prompting images or like whatever it is. And that's how I got it to where it's at today, like on a like minimal scale, because I started taking my ideas and really just like prompting pictures and pictures and pictures over and over and like tweaking this thing for like weeks, trying to get like an idea of ChatGPT, like of a 3D printed one. And we finally got it figured out, or at least like a rough draft. Then I
Right.
hired somebody on Fiverr, and like it's been a crazy journey. So yeah, it's
Yeah, that's awesome. So these are 3D printed, which is pretty cool. I recently got into 3D printing actually at the Christmas Expo. I 3D printed 50 ornaments and gave them out to people who were coming by our booth. So it's,
that's cool.
yeah, I'm super in. I mean, I'm not super into it. I'm about 2 months into, I
That's
think I'm
super for
super.
you.
I
It's a
think, yeah,
long,
I mean,
long-term
when I focus
relationship
on
for you.
something, I focus on it. Like I'm already wanting to get a multi filament printer. I just have a
Yeah.
single filament, but all of a sudden I feel the limitations. So, but that's awesome. So you took it, you hot glued some stuff, you had a wooden one, you hot glued a foam, and then started using Chat GPT to kind of shore up the design, and then hired someone to help you kind of get the finished, I mean, the rough draft, and I'm sure there were plenty of little edits that you were doing along the way.
Oh yeah.
Um, so that's cool. Do you have one nearby that you could, kind of, for people that don't know what it is, I mean, show us how it works, show us what it is, and then I'm sure we're gonna have a ton more questions for you about it.
Yeah, of course. Well, I'll show it to you real quick, but if anyone wants to see it, it's literally just sptwirecaddy.com. Probably get way more insight on it than me holding it up in front of the camera, but if you want to see it, I'll definitely show it to you.
Yeah, that'd be
Well,
great. Just
what
so,
I understand, what sorry, I'm interrupting. What I understand about
No,
it, this
you're
is like
good.
my take on it, right? Is that what it does is it organizes the SPT1 wire, the spools itself, that and the install materials all together in one place. So it uses a rotating base to pull and rewind the wire into back into itself. And then it has the compartments on top for the plugs, the sticks, whatever you have, tools. I'm not sure
Like
what you
hot
use.
glue.
Hot glue sticks, and then
Yeah.
zip ties and other installation supplies all
wire
in one
cutters.
caddy, right? Wire
Yeah,
cutters, all that, right?
exactly.
I got it right?
You got it right.
Okay, cool.
So I think the coolest thing about it is like it's a great tool. It does increase efficiency, but for like me and how I use it is I have a couple already stocked in the shop ready to go. And then every day that we're switching out and like reloading trucks and vans, it's like take out the old ones, put in fresh caddies. They're already loaded with brand new spools of wire, plugs, glue, and I feel like it kind of adds a system to your like operations in a way. It just makes like like you just grab the caddy and go. Like if you're going back to repairs and during the season, you have your caddy. It's got your cutters, your glue. Like I don't know, it just makes sense. I have a construction background. I've been working with tools since I was a little kid, so it's just I've always had this dream of inventing a product. This isn't the first product I've tried to invent. It's just my mind and who I am as a person. Like this to me is like my Netflix. I don't get to sit around and watch movies and shows. Like I just have a very creative mind.
I hear you.
That sounds so familiar.
Yeah, I don't watch movies or TV shows. Like I watch sports on occasion, but I don't watch TV. I get bored. If I watch a movie, I'll fall asleep. I mean, it could be a
Same
action
every time.
thriller, and I can't do it because my brain's always, you know, working on Monarch or Red Sleigh Workshop or something. Like there's always stuff going on in my head. So I definitely hear you on that. Um, so yeah, so it holds all the plugs. How many like compartments? I mean, I've watched a couple videos on it. I know Zach Marker did a video on it, which was really cool.
Yeah, he did a
So
great video actually.
yeah, so it was great to see all, it holds a lot of stuff as far
I
as
didn't watch
plugs.
Zach's video.
Huh?
I didn't watch his video.
He did a great like unboxing video review about it.
Oh, where is it on his
Yeah.
Facebook?
It is on his Facebook,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
You got to get a little bit more connected with the industry, Stacy, and then it
It's
might
elves and
pop up on
ladders.
your
Yeah,
timeline.
that's Tinsel
If
CRM. You should know this.
if
Yeah,
only I knew.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, can we see one real quick? Let's give
Yeah,
everybody a
I'll
little
try to hold it up.
preview.
Let me see. So
Ooh,
Pretty.
I like it.
so it is two pieces. So it's gonna be hard to do it in front of the camera, but
No worries.
the top part comes off, and that's what has, all your compartments for your male plugs, your female plugs.
How deep are those? Those are like deep.
Yeah, I can put my whole hand in there, and the goal is like to not have to keep running back and forth to the truck for another bag of glue or another bag of like plugs and things like that. It holds 225 plugs total. So our loadout is like 150 female plugs and then 75 male plugs.
Wow.
I got end caps in there, a couple like one plugs. I'm kind of moving away from these,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, you could put business cards in here. You could put um, really whatever you're using for your install. You could have a caddy who just has like an all white setup. So you could have just white wire, white plugs. That way one is just dedicated for your white material or brown, depending on, what you're doing. And then
Right.
real quick, while we're showing it off, the bottom is where the spool goes. It holds the 250 foot and a 500 foot spool. A lot of questions I get are like, does my spool size fit? We do have a spool sizing guide on the website, and a lot of vendors do stock the flat style spools. So if you're getting the tall spools, they're not going to fit. And honestly, I'm not going to make anything to fit those spools. I just hate them. I feel like the flat spools just work. They just work better. They're just more,
Right.
I don't know. But literally, you can just pull the wire out and then you can always rewind it back up, which is pretty nice because then you're not like holding the spool and like trying to rewind it. And I don't know, you gotta check it out. I got videos on the Facebook page and stuff like that. It's way better explanation than
No, I
holding it
mean,
up.
that was really good, and it's giving people a taste of it. I've watched a couple of videos on it. Um, I got to see one in person at the Christmas Expo, and so I'm really excited to see him in person again. Um, but I think everyone kind of, especially people who are in the funny thing is we've all carried, we all tool belts with all our plugs and all our glue sticks and all that kind of stuff, and then you're leaning to try to do something and stuff starts falling out. Um, it's like my daughter's 5 years old and she'll never know the fun of dialing a rotary phone. Installers
Yeah,
nowadays can come in and only know using the wire caddy, which is it's an awesome tool. And um, really, our business is about time. The more
right.
time you have, the more installs you can do. So just running back to the truck 3 or 4 times every job can add up. So having a setup like this can really over the entire season can save you quite a bit of time. So that's what I like about it. And I also, you're a good guy, cool guy. I enjoy hanging out and chatting with you. And so to see a good person come out with a great product is always a, win-win for everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Patrick mentioned it from like the installer standpoint. Some people think like 5 minutes really doesn't matter that much, but if you add that 5 minutes up, going back to the truck or finding your materials and things like that across multiple crew members across multiple days, and your install window is so short in the season, like how much like time do you actually save? Like that's what it comes down to. Like you can save so much time by having your organization ahead of time. And that's one of the main things when I'm dealing with my clients that I'm consulting with. They want to get their time back. Like they want to create more time. And so how does that happen? Like well, this is one way to do that, right? Whatever tools we can find and like create to make things simpler in the installation process is amazing. And so I'm super excited about your product. And Tim Crouch, he was on Facebook. He said, I have
Yep.
my caddy ordered.
Yeah.
He's got it
Yeah.
ordered.
Yeah.
And
So
he,
it I was gonna say it's been a roller coaster. It hasn't been just all perfect. There's things that come up. We're making improvements. Like shit happens. This is real life. Like we had the first version of the lid came out and it was great. And unfortunately, two of them broke and customers sent us emails. And I literally within a couple of days we had a new version that is pretty much unbreakable now. And everybody who purchased
Uh-oh, you said it. Now people are going to be trying.
try it. I've tried to break. I mean, if you put some Hulk strength behind it, you'll probably break it. But I mean, it's solid, And everybody who bought a lid, I just went ahead and sent them all a free replacement if they bought the version one. I just went
yeah,
ahead and sent out, the new version because I felt like that was the right thing to do, you know. And
yeah,
Tim, if he's watching, his are actually on the way. We had new packaging and shipping getting updated as well. So we had a slight delay in recent orders, and those are all pretty much caught up at this time. So very grateful.
So you talked about getting like your foam piece and the first one you made up. Do you still have that somewhere? Do you keep that for you put it on your shelf or?
The foam one I don't, but I do have the wooden ones. I have the first ever 3D printed one. So yeah, I do have like this
Okay.
like journey wall. Yeah. I even made a
Yeah,
YouTube
you're like
video
trophy
showing them
wall.
all. Yeah, yeah, you got to, enjoy the journey, like that's what it's all about.
That's awesome. So I'm going to circle back real quick about the Christmas Light Academy because that's we start before we got on here live. I started talking to you about it, so
Yeah,
I
let's do
want to
it.
I want to talk about that real quick because the academy like goes past like just installation techniques, right? Like you talk about how to onboard people into their own business, like a white label onboarding for people's businesses. That's how I see it. So now that you have that company, what does that look like? Like, why would it be important for a company to use the academy?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. And I think it comes down to just adding systems to your business. A lot of business owners that I talk to, a lot of them aren't video savvy. They're not like editing savvy. They're really good at running a business and doing their things, but to build an entire training program, it's not just like an overnight thing. It takes a lot of work. And, the results that somebody would get is just a more efficient way to onboard new installers into their business. And we have two different options. We have CLA Core, which is like our like foundational onboarding system, and then we have CLA Custom, which is like where we do like basically like you said, like a white label version, but it's really more custom. It talks about like their reinstall process, their takedown process, morning routine, like what time guys should be showing up at the shop, um, like really dialing in companies' SOPs for them, packaging it all up into a video format, putting it in English and Spanish, and hosting it all on our mobile app, making the deliverability of it to their employees within seconds. You can register a new employee to your personalized training program, and within minutes, they get a welcome email, they're downloading the app, and they're getting onboarded. and they're learning everything. It's all basically you're just laying the foundation for a new hire. So that way, when they show up on their very first day to the job, they have an understanding of what it is they're about to do, the materials they use. They've already seen how-to videos. They understand like the relationships with the customers, that this isn't just like we're not just putting up Christmas lights. Like is way more important than the lights itself, like there's so much more behind it. So it's
Right. So, I mean, I've heard a lot of people say, like, we just teach them on the spot. We're going to drive out to the house and we're going to teach them right there. And
Yeah, we're gonna
that's,
throw them up the ladder and get them on the
yeah,
roof and see how they do.
but
yeah, but
that's,
You can't, your insurance
that's
company does not want to hear that.
no,
it, you get them and they learn, but I don't think you can really embed like a strong company culture like that. But if you
Exactly.
if you put every single employee through the same exact process over and over and over, and then every year you're improving and you're tweaking and you're making your onboarding system better and better, I think it's a real asset into your business that basically takes that hat off for you as a training department, and it's always there.
right.
Yeah,
And
and
so the academy is not just training installers, right? There's also other employees that the academy trains, right? So, like administrative things like that. There's other modules for those other employees.
Yeah, so CLA Core, which is our foundational program, does have VA training. So if you hire a VA or an office staff, you can get them up to speed really fast. They learn how to like an overview of the industry, how to measure roof lines, how to like a lot of the common objections we're going to see when you're dealing with customers. I mean, you name it, it's in there. Also, same thing with sales reps. And the other one is team leads, so team leads showing up and running the job, showing up, greeting the customer, lining out the guys, making the job flow as fast and efficiently as possible. There's like a whole specific program in there for that team lead to make sure that, you know, the operation is running smoothly. That's really my background is construction, running guys, running crews, and like operations. And that's how all this came about because that's really what my strong points are as a person.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and it's such a big part. I mean, we've talked about saving time, but again, if you're got new guys or even existing guys coming in and doing stuff like this, knowing what they're doing and knowing their role and not having to teach the first couple days. I mean, yeah, there's going to be a little hands-on teaching and
Of
you
course.
could do that at your shop or a preseason training at a house or whatever. But if
Yep.
they already have a general idea, it's going to cut down a lot of the questions and save more time and time is
Yep.
money for us. So
Yeah,
it's
because a lot of
definitely
Absolutely.
times, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's definitely a beneficial product. Um and we need to we need to use it more, Can we maybe we can get Whitney on it and do a Red Sleigh workshop white labeled anybody that we're bringing in, we can have them trained to how we like it. So it's something
Right. I
even
think that's a good
even
idea.
Red Sleigh workshop could
Yeah.
utilize.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it'd be great to have, because that's a big question when I see it all the time when I'm helping somebody move into commercial Christmas and it's the owner that knows everything, how to do it all, right? Nobody else knows but the owner because they do everything. So it's like everyone, oh, go ask Stacy, go ask Stacy. Stacy has the answer. Oh, Stacy, I don't want anybody saying that here. I want them
Yeah.
to be able to just do it themselves. And so because you can't go from a $3,000 residential project to $100,000 commercial installation and still have operating systems be like, hey, call Stacy for the answer. It's not going to
Right.
happen, right? Um, so that it will change the entire business structure when you have these processes in place. And these people, business owners, they don't have time for it, right? Especially
Right.
right now. But when people ask me like, hey, is it too late to start working on the commercial side of Christmas? I say no, because it's coming next year, right? So you can
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
implementing small things this year and find where all these gaps are, find all the things that you're unhappy about and what your team's maybe unhappy about, and help solve those problems for next season because the season's coming back. And then in the off season, people are installing lights for 4th of July, they're installing lights for events. Like there's a lot of things happening. If you don't start implementing it right away, and at least getting in the routine of learning how to start turning these things over, there's no way they're going to grow to the next level, right? Because like I said, it's like, oh, ask Stacy for the answer. Like, I don't want to have the answer. I want to empower people to have the answer.
Smart.
Stacy has all the answers though.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, Jacob Flores just jumped on here, and didn't he win one?
He did win one.
So
Oh,
Jacob went so hard to win this, man. He had so many entries. Actually, I got him right there still. But yeah, I was so happy that he won it because when me and my wife were getting the giveaway ready, I was like, man, this guy Jacob, like he is serious about winning this thing.
he's in it
And
to win it.
he won the first one. It was so funny. It was really cool.
yeah, and he
Shout out to Jacob. Thank you, bro.
yeah, he's related to David.
David Flores, Southern California. Yep.
Yeah, so yeah,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
saw your
Holiday
video on
light
that,
installations out of Southern
and
California. Shout out to David. I'll see you on Tuesday. Coming into
so
town.
Let's
but
go.
Yeah, he's got him, the Flores brothers. They got some good businesses happening for sure in this industry.
yeah,
Um,
Nice.
I talked to him after I think I was on my cruise or after my cruise when I was gone with Lily, and so I talked to him for a little bit, and then I had a call with him when I got home. So definitely a good guy and great person to have. Yeah, he said he's looking at the SPT Wire Caddy right now, man. He's got it on his desk. Um, he knows it's going to save him some time, so he just looks at it and admires it, which is awesome. But but yeah, so glad he's in here. And he asked, "Are we going to have it?" Yeah, he said it was just after my cruise, but um, yeah, my ADHD just went sideways. So I was going to say something, but then all of a sudden my brain went this way. But yeah.
I want to talk to Michael about something else. I want to talk about Michael the entrepreneur, right? Because Patrick is an entrepreneur. Okay, I just celebrated. I've talked myself real quick, then Michael, then Patrick. I just
Let's go.
celebrated the first 1 year anniversary of Red Sleigh Workshop, right?
Let's
It's a
go.
big thing
Congratulations.
for
That
me.
is
Thank
huge.
you. And you know how I know LinkedIn told me? LinkedIn said,
Okay.
"Hey, it's your 1 year anniversary." So I'm like,
Dang.
"Yay, we made it a year." But I am, 23rd season in Christmas, first year with Red Sleigh Workshop officially. I started it in 2020, but didn't actually start till a year ago because of Patrick, right? He's the entrepreneur that pushed me over the edge. He
That's
pushed me off the
awesome.
cliff.
You got to just get
I,
out there and do it. Like,
I'm constantly pushing him over the edge, but he pushed me into it. But the point is, like, I'm just super grateful to have such an amazing business partner, but also like it's you, the entrepreneur, Michael, going from installer to educator to product developer. Like, do you actually consider yourself a Christmas light installer anymore, or are you just this like entrepreneur that happens to understand the Christmas industry?
I'm definitely a Christmas light installer. That's where all this originated from originally. You can't forget where you came from. I'm 5 years in right now, so I'm hoping to get like you in 23 years down the road, still be doing it. So
Oh, 5 years. So you know what they say about when you're in the industry for 5 years, right?
what is it?
When you're in the Christmas industry for 5 years, you'll never do anything else but Christmas lights. That's what they say.
Let's
That's the
go.
number five. Yeah. So
Awesome.
congratulations. Welcome to the Forever Christmas Club.
Let's go. Glad to be here. Glad to be here. This
So
industry has it's taken my entrepreneurial journey and skyrocketed it. The
yeah.
amount of quality people and just amazing support and people from this industry, like I am so beyond grateful and so blessed to have stumbled upon this or been introduced to this industry because like I feel like it was like something that I was missing way before because I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. I think every entrepreneur is an entrepreneur from a little kid, at least from what I think. But
I would agree with you. I mean, I was mowing lawns and raking leaves at 12 years old.
yeah, exactly.
We do have a comment on here though. Christian said, "What do you produce?" So we're talking to Michael Carey, and he makes the SPT wire caddy, so it just saves you a lot of time, a lot of heartache. Um, and I say heartache because I every time I have to climb down the ladder just to go to the truck, my heart breaks a little bit. But so it's a really great organization and time saving tool. But then he also has a Christmas Light Academy to shore up your SOPs and also teach onboarding to all your new employees, so it kind of cuts down the training time. There we go. Stacy's pulling some stuff up, and she's just posted it in the chat. Um, but yeah, as an entrepreneur, like I've always been like that. I've worked for other people and I hate it. Um, so there we go. Um,
Yeah,
Wow, what a
yeah,
great
entrepreneur.
website.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, this isn't it's not taken lightly. We have definitely a long-term goal with this to get it across a lot of the distribution companies and get it to a bigger scale. But I'm big on not growing too fast. I want to make sure that we continue to grow the quality as we grow with the quantity, because to me, it's not about just getting tons and tons and tons of these out there. I truly care about the product and want to make sure that installers really love it and it works to the best of its ability.
yeah. Yeah, and you were even saying, you had your first lid design, it didn't work out, and obviously you're a good guy. You're like, hey, people haven't even told me it broke, and I'm anybody who bought the first generation lid, I'm just gonna send them a new one. Just, you know, that's says something about you and your business because there's some people who are like, oh, well, I'll wait till they email me and then I'll send them one or something like that. So it says a lot about who you are and the kind of businessman you are, which is people that we like to hang out with.
Yeah. I think it goes a long way, man. Yeah, that was, look at that, man. In my backyard, just going for it, man. No, I've learned to put perfection to the side and just go, man. Things will get
Yeah.
better with time.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I
and you
mean,
have to, it's a give and take, like you learn as you go, right?
Yeah, you have to.
I think it's relatable too. Being in your backyard, a lot of people start out, running their business out of their home. Um, so they're going to be in their backyard or their garage putting all this stuff together. So I think it's pretty relatable having it at home. And then when
Yes,
they
I'm sure.
grow, they'll have
Oops,
10 of
sorry.
them in their shop. So
Just keep interrupting Patrick today.
yeah.
I can't stop it. Um, so Michael, like I'm sure you're the same as Patrick, where all these ideas come through. Like you guys have this entrepreneurial mind, right? So it's like
Right.
this is great, but this is great too, and this is great too. So what helps you to decide whether an idea is actually worth turning it into a business?
That is a great question because for me and probably like Patrick, there's so many of these like I don't even know what to call it. Somebody's told me before, but they're like you could get turned this way and then you start like, oh, I got this idea and then oh, I want to go do this one and then oh man, I could do this and like
It's the squirrel moment.
yeah, yeah, there you go. It never
Mhm.
stops and it will never stop. But I think the biggest thing is like what adds real value in the world and then like what can really help people, number one. And then is it something you even want to do? And then also is like, what's the scalability of it? Because for years I was just chasing, I wasn't building a team or I wasn't building a machine. I was just like when I used to do remodeling, I was just the guy that was really good at redoing kitchens and bathrooms and stuff like that. And it's just, I never learned how to delegate or grow like a team or a business. It was always just like I was that guy. And so all my decisions now that I make in life are like what kind of machine can I build that could eventually just operate without me having to be doing all of everything. And with that said, like with this wire caddy, it's not just me. I have with that video right there, I have a friend named Chase and he does all the printing. So Chase does all the printing, he does all the assembly and packaging and shipping, and we just have an entire operation running where it's not just me being involved with this, even though I'm the face and the creator behind it, but I'm so grateful to have a team with me helping do all the fulfillment and helping actually improve the product. People like Patrick, I think I had the lid idea and I remember bringing it up with Patrick and he was like, bro, you need a lid, bro. And literally, I think a couple days later, I sent him a picture and was like, "Hey, bro, lids are being made."
Wait, did you just say literally? Uh, uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the humor I get. But no, yeah, I remember, you sending it to me and I was like, man, that's so cool. And then yeah, I was like, I know a lot of people just put stuff in the back of their trucks and then you take a turn the wrong way or you slam on the brakes and all of a sudden my brain just saw that stuff coming out and my ADHD literally saw it all over the bed of the truck or something like that. And I was like, yeah, do you have a lid? And then
Yeah.
within days you had a lid. I mean, and
Yeah.
it looks and it fits so well. And like you say, the first one, didn't work out as well, but within a couple days you already had the second one and it's a lot stronger. And, I was like, oh, it's like one of those you somewhere in public and you see something and you're like, I wish they would fix that. And then a couple days later they fix it and you're like, perfect. So
Yeah.
it was, and that's cool being open to people's suggestions. Some people get, well, why do we need a lid? Just don't drop it. Some people are like get offended like that, like, oh, well, no, I think it's great. No, you're open to suggestions, you're open to critique, which is nice. Um, it's not just, oh, this is my baby, I'm going to do what I want, how I want it. You want it to be able to benefit people. So, um, I know people, a lot of people have bought it and given you feedback. So, and you're all open ears and accepting feedback. And, if it makes sense, then why not?
Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna hurt my feelings, I promise you. I got tough skin. I can take it.
Yeah.
so both to question to both of you guys, right? Because you guys are the one. I mean, I pretend like I'm out there installing things, but like I just wait, where'd Patrick go? He
I'm
went
still
away.
here.
Oh,
I
he's
had
like,
to,
I don't
I had to blow my
she's
nose.
asking me a question. I
Right,
gotta
right as you're asking him the
I know.
question,
So
it's like,
anyway, I pretend like I go install things, but I don't always. I got in the lift last season, but we'll see if it happens this season. But like, what other problems in this Christmas light industry, whether it's residential or commercial, still drive you crazy? Like, what are things that still need to be like? Maybe there's something else we can come up with and trademark while we're here.
I'll say when I saw that, and this is a shout out to Certified Lights, when they sell pre-bulbed spools
Oh,
with
mhm.
clips on it already, I was like, why would you buy them any way else? I mean, there's some installers that will, pre-bulb and put the clips on before they go out to the job, but I know there's a lot of them that go out there and they bulb and clip at the job. So when I saw that Certified just pre-bulbs, I was like, oh my gosh, what an idea to buy a spool already bulbed. Um, the Wire Caddy is, another one, having all your stuff in order. Um, Trying to think what else needs attention so we can get Michael Carey's brain going and
I know
get
I'm ready
him.
to like get the next thing going, but be careful answering it though, Michael, because someone's watching. They may.
Yeah,
oh
we'll have to
yeah.
start a text thread or something. But yeah, this right here, I mean, how simple is that? You can buy your lights already bulbed and
Oh, they
with
have
the
168 in stock right now too, so you can order it.
yeah.
Smart. That is really smart, actually.
It's
And if you're
wild,
not
right?
a wholesaler with them and you're watching, you need to go on here and become a sign up for wholesale, and then you go in here and put that you got it from Red Sleigh Workshop and certified. Let's be happy to help you out with that. So
Yeah, that was another thing when I saw that from Certified, I was like, oh, what a genius idea. Like, and it's pretty much the same price as buying the spool, the bulbs, and the clips. Like you're not paying anything extra. So why wouldn't you buy it like this? So, and they have all
sell
these
it.
different options. That to me was the biggest thing. And then the wire caddy having everything organized.
They even
Um,
have pallets priced out, which is great.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about you,
Anyway,
Mike? Anything
Uh,
jump out at you that we need to address?
No, I do have like some future expansions with the wire caddy. We have 1,000 foot spool base. I'm actually going to be calling it like the universal base. That's basically going to hold, as much as I don't want it to, but it's going to hold the tall spools. It's going to hold the 1,000 foot spools. It's
you
just going
don't
to be
want
a
it to hold.
universal base. I've gotten so many requests from it that I'm like, all right, I'm just going to do it. And then yeah, I just don't want to have too many SKUs. I really want this to be as simple as possible.
Yeah.
I think one day the lids will just come included with the caddy just to simplify fulfillment and SKUs and my end and just make it a better experience for the customer. So yeah, that's all I can think of right now. I got some other ideas cooking, but I can't share them
Yeah.
on Facebook Live.
He's not sharing them
No, no,
on live. I
I,
get it.
yeah,
Yeah,
Smart
not
man,
yet.
smart man.
I'm actually working on something that I'm really excited about. Stacy knows about it. Um, I mean, she should, but it's going to be dropping
I should know.
next after Light It Up next year. So it's not Christmas related, but it's a project I'm really excited about, and it's dear to my heart. So it's one of those things. It's like I can't wait to talk about it. I want to talk about it right now, but it's like anything. You got to make sure the timing's right and you're ready on the back end. So
Yeah.
it's a project I'm working on. Stacy's been helping me with it, and so I know what you mean. It's just like I'm
Mhm.
always same. I'm always thinking, what can we do? How can we do stuff differently? Um, and I mean, a lot of it recently has been the Christmas industry because that's the industry we're in. Um, but even with projection mapping, when we got to meet the Illumibot team, so now we have Red Sleigh Workshop, but then we have Monarch projection. So um,
Mhm.
there's a lot going on with that in our spare time, which especially
What is
from
that?
October through February. I mean, we're literally booked. A lot of September, most of October, and then November through the first 2 weeks of March. So it's
Wow,
like,
that's awesome.
but that for me is like, hey, I need to train somebody on how to do this projection mapping so I can sit here and talk about it, but then I don't need to be there. Someone else could go set it up, someone else could go do it. I need to teach someone how to sell it, which the Christmas Side Academy, again, would be perfect for it because people could see my enthusiasm. I just took a phone call today about it. And these people were so excited. They're like, "Can you meet next week?" And I'm super excited to meet up with them and talk about projection and yeah. So
Yeah, you're going to do a demo next week too, right?
yeah, we're doing
Mhm.
Monarch Projection live every Wednesday. Um,
Okay.
we're actually going to be in your neck of the woods in 10 days or something like that in Orlando, 12 days.
Like, I don't even
So
know what day
Yep.
it is.
yeah, it's the 26th. So I guess we can transition over to that. Um, I was talking to
Yeah.
Michael and I was asking him, hey, we were talking about the huge convention. Are you going to be there? And he said he was going to be there, but he wasn't going to have a booth. And I love the Wire Caddy so much. I was just like, put it in our booth, like I want people to see this. I want people to save time. So if you want to come see one in person, the huge convention is at in Orlando at the Gaylord Palm Hotel. Um, yeah, resort. And it is what, Thursday and Friday next week. I don't remember. We've been booking so much stuff that I don't remember exact days. Um, so yeah, you can come to our booth and we're gonna have the
Christmas
Christmas
colors.
callers there with us, and then we're also gonna have the SBT Wire Caddy. And
And
because
we're right
Michael,
here.
yeah, so we're gonna be on the left wall. If you zoom in, you can see it, but
Ooh.
there you go.
There you
Red Sleigh
go.
Workshop. So, yeah, right when you walk in, if you go all the way to the left and go to that wall, that's where we're going to be. But I was
Well,
talking to
72 Hour
Michael.
Print's a pretty fancy booth. Have you seen their booths?
No, I mean, when we're at trade shows, I don't, I don't walk around too much. Like I get
They
so
print
busy.
those really wild shirts for the guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
so
I
it's a
think you
good
got
booth
some of
to
those.
go.
I actually have
Yeah.
one in my closet, but no, what I was saying was I was talking to Michael, hey, let's put this stuff in your booth. And you know what he did? He said, "Hey, do you need a sleigh for your booth?" And I was like, well, yeah, that'd be great. So he's actually bringing us a red sleigh to have at the booth, which is, I wasn't even thinking that, but he's such a good guy. He's like, hey, you're scratching my back. Let me scratch yours. So we're going to have this awesome red sleigh at our booth, which is exciting. We love having sleighs, obviously, with our name Red Sleigh Workshop. So I couldn't be more thankful for you doing that for us for this convention, because that's always the big thing. We don't bring a lot of stuff to conventions. Maybe local ones because we have our truck and our trailer, but to ship everything or drive everything out to Orlando is a tall task. So we're really excited about having the sleigh in the booth and the wire caddy. And I know we're going to have some on site too that people can purchase. Um, and we're kind of undecided how many we need, but I think we're gonna sell quite a few, and Michael's gonna end up having to run back home and grab some more so that we can keep up with the demand at the huge convention. So, but since we're gonna be out there, we're gonna be doing some projection at a house out there Wednesday night at 9 p.m. So we'll drop some info on that later this week or next week once we've got some stuff nailed down, but we're kind of looking at a new location just to really um, show how cool this stuff is. See, we're not bringing our giant teddy bear because that thing's a pain in the butt to travel with. So it's a
That thing
seven
is
foot
huge.
it's a seven
It's
foot
7 feet.
fiberglass teddy bear, and it is like the bane of my existence. But
Forklift brings it in just fine to the trade show.
yeah, but yeah,
Does
I
a
mean,
great
we
job.
have three of them. So if you really need an awesome teddy bear, we've got three. Um, but yeah, so the huge convention. So I think we were talking earlier, you're going to be walking around, hanging out. I mean, that's to me, it's one of the best things about these shows that we do because you get to see everybody in the industry. You get to, BS with your buddies and see. I mean, we talk on Facebook, we talk on the phone, we talk on lives, but nothing really compares to, chatting in person and hanging out.
Right. It really doesn't.
So
Yeah, so there's a lot of things happening at the huge convention. There's residential training happening, the Clip-A-Con's happening, Christmas light contractors training, lights for decorators pre-show. There's also a Omni training happening here, and there's other things happening before the show. But then Thursday is the expo hall opens at noon till 6:30, and then Friday 11 to 5. So if you're coming in early for some of this residential training or other things, that's great. But if you can't come early, come Thursday and Friday and come see us. Love to see you. And there's still tickets, so still get tickets. But besides the booths and us, there's a bunch of cool speakers there too. So I don't know. I'd like to sit into all those speaker sessions, but
go
I
for
don't
it.
know. I'm not gonna have time to do that.
I'll be in the booth hanging out, and it's kind of nice that we don't start till noon on Thursday, and that's the nice thing is they do it to where you have class time. You can go learn, you can go do your stuff, but then there's specific vendor time, so you can all
Yeah.
the questions to have you have the products you want to see, the people you want to go talk to. You're not going to be booked all day. You can actually go and ask the questions, talk to the people, and see the products that you want to see since we're all going to be there.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's the best part about it is being able to, go through the trainings and like the speakers and then just take a break from the learning, and just go walk around, chat it up, and then maybe get another speaker or two in, and it's a wrap from there.
Yeah, and I mean when you go to these conferences, these expos, you're going to learn stuff in the classes. I don't care how long you've been in the industry. There's new stuff coming out, but your networking is half the event. You're going to meet installers from all over the country who, do things different than you do. So it's nice to meet people, go out to dinner, go have a beer, and just BS and make a buddy, make a friend, and they may be a local guy that you didn't even know existed, and you can, if you got a job that you need to have more people, you already know somebody, you know the work that they do, but also they may be across the country and they don't know what's going on, and their brain is just so fried they can't think of a solution. Then call your buddy you met, and so the networking to me is half the fun and the value of going to these.
I can't wait to see the schedule for these classes though, because look at the speakers that are here. A
Yeah,
bunch of
they
our
got a
friends.
lineup.
We got Ashley, we got JC and Angela, we got Noggle, Justin Noggle. We also have Majak. John Majak's going to be there. Jimmy
You're scrolling
Tompkins.
super fast. Like I couldn't even see any of those names.
Can you see it
Yeah,
now?
yeah, just scroll slowly.
How's that?
Yeah. So we got Jimmy. Yeah. I don't know any of these people, but I'm also newer to the commercial side, so I've probably talked to half these people, but yeah, there's Ashley, Angela, and JC. Yeah, they've got great speakers going on, so it's definitely worth coming to. It's in Orlando, which, it's always fun to go to Florida. We're in Florida all the time. So I would say it's our second home, but it's only our second home for like 3 months out of the year. But we definitely enjoy going out there and doing all the stuff that we do. I think there's
Yeah,
more
I'd love
people
to
that
see
do.
some of these speakers. I'm looking forward to it. If you're in the Christmas industry, this is a place to learn about the business for sure. Yeah.
I like Steve's YouTube videos, man. He's got some good knowledge. He's always dropping some gems.
Yeah. Who's the guy in the bottom?
He's yellow. Rinse and repeat.
That's probably why I don't know half these people, because half of them are like pressure, like what this expo started out as is pressure washing.
Yeah, it's
So,
not just Christmas
right.
or
But
it's
you know,
not Christmas in general. It's just
yeah,
a whole service industry.
Yeah,
yeah,
home service. Mhm.
my brain is like, oh, it's Christmas, but obviously,
Yeah, I know, me too.
like, oh, who are they? I don't know, but um, yeah, even Caleb was doing the stop flying blind, the five numbers every operator must know. I mean, that's a big part of business. So, knowing your numbers,
I wonder if they're putting out an itinerary for this on the speaker lineup because that would be kind of nice to know.
right?
Or
I've always
maybe it'll
gotten
just
it when
be
I
a
got there.
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. It's probably when you show up, they'll have it all dialed in.
Here it is. Just kidding.
Oh,
No, that's it. It's here.
Oh, look at
there it
that.
is.
Your wish is my command.
Thank you. Thank you. That was like magic.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
that's
let's
awesome.
see. Let's plan our schedule here. That's great.
Uh, booth. All right, done.
Yeah.
No,
So
yeah, that's
okay.
awesome.
So if you guys are watching and you're not have your tickets yet, get your tickets. You can come see us. You probably saw when I was on that vendor page how many vendors are there. It's a lot. I mean, it's huge. So
Huge.
huge.
So, and then if you can't make it to the huge convention, we are partnered with Certified Lights. They're doing a 2-day residential training in September 6th and no, 4th and 5th, 3rd and 4th. I don't know, some of these days. And then Stacy's going to be there. I'm going to be on a cruise with my mom celebrating my birthday. So unfortunately, I won't be there, but we're going to be doing a 1-day commercial Christmas class directly after their residential training. So if you go to certifiedlights.com and go to their training part, you can sign up for their residential and their commercial. And then boom, we're in the season. So after that, we are going to be having some more in-person trainings here in the great state of Texas in San Antonio in February. I think we said February and April.
Question mark?
Yeah, like I think somewhere in February and then in April, and then we're going to be at Transworld. We're going to be at Lighted Up Expo in Vegas next year. So, we're like I said, our books are already booked until the middle of March next year. So, um, and then if that doesn't work, you can go to redslayworkshop.com. You can book a free consultation with Stacy, and she'll talk to you about your business and see if you're a right fit to work with us to help you go from residential to commercial. We also have commercial clients that are already doing $2 million who want to do 10 million. So or Stacy does one-on-one work with them to help build and help grow your company to where you want it to be.
Yep.
Shout
That
out
was
to
a lot of
Stacy.
information real quick.
I'm I got it all. But I mean that's one reason that Patrick and I started Red Sleigh Workshop and doing Sleigh this season is because the industry is changing so quickly, right? And as fast as things change, you don't know, you can't only know how to hang Christmas lights anymore. You have to understand sales, you have to understand how and if you're doing commercial, you have to understand these hidden costs and systems and training and do you do permanent lighting, RGB? Is there projection mapping? What about AI? How's technology working? Like all these things are changing. Like Michael mentioned his chat GPT love for that. I love it too. It's amazing. It's like having a separate brain and because I definitely need one. But that's why I love bring people on like Michael. Thank you so much for joining us. It's great having you because everybody doesn't have to build everything themselves. right? We have really smart people that are building really smart things and pieces of this whole ecosystem in this industry, and getting dialed into what exactly the installer or the owner operator needs is amazing. And I've been meeting with some really fantastic people that we're working with and we're bringing on board to make this an amazing, like a really, to make business what it, being entrepreneurs, like why did we start doing it? Right. So we could, enjoy our life ultimately, right? So you're not
Yeah.
constantly, like living in a state of like, you know, I don't
Craziness.
know, craziness. Yeah, I mean, leaving that corporate hustle, right? That's the idea. And you want to bring that peace and spend time with your family and go on vacations and everything. And you can't do that if you're the only one who's working at your business, right? You have to be able to allow technology and allow other people to come in and help you out. And so with that, like I really think that people are in the last 5 or 6 years, since COVID or whenever it's been, like people are finally seeing Christmas light industry as like a real professional trade instead of just something people do on the side, right? A lot of people are actually making it a year-round business for themselves. I mean, two of my consulting clients both quit their corporate jobs this month. Right. I got the text message. Well,
Yeah.
Patrick got the text message before me. One of our friends, like, today's my last day, boom, and then it's amazing. And then another client of mine, she's like, Thursday's my last day. So that was yesterday. And so we were celebrating that. And it's a big risk, it's a big leap of faith, but when you're living like passionately and live and doing something, I see that's what's it about. That's what it's about, right? You were talking about that earlier, Michael. Like it's about how do you really affect and help people and help the industry out. And I don't know, I just see that being it's just a great way to live.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to find out more about the SPT Wire Caddy or Christmas Light Academy, how would they get a hold of you?
Shoot, they could add me as a friend on Facebook or just looked up both of those up.
So we got sptwirecaddy.com. Is that the website?
Yeah, and the christmaslightacademy.com. And then if you want to learn more about the Christmas Light Academy, I also have a YouTube channel where I make more longer form videos talking about what it is, how it works, why you need it, all that good stuff. So you can definitely check that out too.
Perfect. Well, thanks for coming on. We appreciate you. Always a good time talking to you. And I know we talk on Facebook and text and on the phone, but it's always good to see your smiling face and see all the stuff you're coming up with. And we're super excited to see you in 12 days. So
Yeah,
I'm sure
we'll
we'll
see
be
you
talking
soon.
next week more about the schedule, so we can dial that in a little bit. But yeah, thanks for coming on, Stacy. Always fun to host another episode with you. And yeah, anybody watching, if you have any questions or comments, just even if you're watching on YouTube or after the show, put them down there. We're always checking them. So, yeah,
I have
thanks
I have
for
a question for Michael before we jump off, okay?
perfect.
For
All
for
right,
our
send it
audience,
out.
because we know people watch and we know people are rewatching. So this is going to be the question, right? So if somebody's watching and tonight and they're an installer, they want their company to be bigger, easier to operate, and less dependent on them personally this season. What's the one thing you would tell them to fix before this installation season starts?
Hmm. Well, if it was coming from me, it would just be, adding that system of onboarding to your business. That's my main thing. So, you know, the results you get and the time you're going to save when it matters the most in October and November when you're selling more jobs and you need more guys, that system itself is going to pay for itself. It's super affordable and like it pays for itself. So that would be my number one thing.
All right. So that's how they can find that information at the christmaslightacademy.com on how to
Correct.
build those systems for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That's great.
Thank you, Stacey. Thank you for having me on, Stacey. I appreciate it. And same with you, Patrick. It's always a
Yes,
pleasure to
sir.
be here at Red Sleigh Workshop.
Mm.
Awesome. Good to see you. And then we'll talk next week, and then we'll see you in 12 days.
All right, we'll see you there.
All
Awesome.
right.
Thanks, Michael.
Bye, Facebook
Bye,
folks.
guys.